Okay, and we live. Let me just tag some people real quick. This is gonna be a short live. Oh, I know I say that all the time, but listen. Okay, let me just keep tagging. Okay. Alrighty. Hey, hey ladies, how y'all doing? So, I know I always say this is gonna be a short one, but I really want this to be a short one. Like I really want this to be short. So today we're gonna talk about, his body count. And I'm gonna talk about your body count as well. But before I do that, I just wanna read this post that I saw in another group. And you guys probably saw this post as well because, I mean, I think a lot of people saw this post. But anyway, I'm gonna read it. Ladies, how crucial is a man's sexual past when dating and vetting? One of my significant other, I'm assuming significant other, I'm not sure what she means. She said he is quite a gentleman and successful, and I can see him doing pretty well for himself despite having come from poverty. He's 43, divorced, no kids, but I'm scared of his past. He used to have a lot of sex parties and swingers with his ex-wife. He has confessed to paying escorts, participating in orgies with high-profile people, and also transgender. He has sex with transgender women. Again, no judgment here. He even knows some porn stars personally. He lived in LA, Thailand, Europe, Singapore, and now he's in Dubai. He meets all the criteria for a great husband. He's rich, caring, and generous, but I'm so worried if I get with him, will he backslide to his wild ways? All right? Jessica has said it's a no. I don't even know why she's asking, because she said that she's concerned that he's gonna backslide, but do you even know if he stopped? Because you are writing this post under the assumption that he stopped and changed his ways, etc. So which is it? All right. And honestly, I don't know why he was this transparent, like why he told her. Josie said he will. I don't even know why he told her this. So, I'm assuming the reason why he told her, because again, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not in his head. Damn, all this STDs. I know. She might as well date Charlie Sheen at this point. Like, just date Charlie Sheen. Right? And I don't know why she think that this guy is going to make a good husband. Ladies, just because a man has money and is successful, or look good on paper, that doesn't mean he's husband material. Every guy with money is not husband material. Like, you're gonna get this into your heads. Exactly, Savannah. The older you get, the harder it is for a person to change. He told her to groom her. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking the reason why he's telling her is he's hoping that she's going to participate in the BS in the future. So I wouldn't be surprised as grooming. That's what I was thinking, because why would you say that? And I'm thinking, if the shoe was on the other foot, if it was you and you had this kind of past and you told the guy that you're dating that, oh, I used to take part in orgies and I had sex with transgender and blah, blah, blah. Do you think that he's going to look at you and think you're wife material? Do you really think that? I'll wait. He's not going to stop. She should run. I didn't read the comments, so I do not know what the comments were said. Well, I don't know what the comments are because I didn't read the comments. He was transparent about it, so she's curious to try it out too. She said that she's scared. I don't even know why she think this is a good, why she think this guy is a catch. Like, ladies, this is a perfect example of dating with scarcity mindset. Why are you entertaining men that are not what you want? Because the last thing I want is community dick. I do not want community dick. I do not want a hoe. Okay, men say that all the time, and they be like, "Oh, I want a girl that is chaste or whatever." They be professing that. So, and then they want to turn around and be hoes. See the double standard? It sounds dangerous. Like, this is a guy that had sex with transgender, so, and he knows porn stars personally. So he is telling you that he has a sex addiction. He is telling you that he has a problem. He has a problem with sex addiction. I'm 43 years old and I've never been in an orgy or none of that stuff. So the question is, does his sexual past matter? The answer is yes and no. Because usually if a guy has been around the block, you're gonna find out, because even if he doesn't tell you, there are always clues and people talk. Okay? But yes and no, because if he doesn't tell you, does it really matter? All right. And then, ladies, never, ever, ever share your sexual history with a man. Ever. Don't do that. I don't care if you had sex with 500 men. I don't care. Do not talk about it. Never admit it. Like, you can literally fuck the whole football team. I don't care. That is for you to keep to yourself. And men don't really talk about their sexual past, but when they are talking about it, you gotta ask yourself why. Why is he telling you this? Like what the young lady said, this is definitely him trying to groom her. I blocked who immediately told me, you blocked when he immediately told me he had sex with his ex with a trans. He also told me he liked looking at male horses. Yeah, block them. Block them, because why is he telling you that? It means that he doesn't respect you. He doesn't see a future with you other than you playing a certain role in his life. He's looking for someone to participate in that bullshit. Okay, a lot of these people, they have wives and husbands, and these couples, they participate in that stuff. He doesn't want to participate alone, because a lot of these sex clubs or whatever, they don't allow single men. They will allow a single woman, but no single men. You need to have a girlfriend or a wife. I do not know if you all are aware of this, but this is how some of these sex clubs or whatever you call it, this is how they work. Are you all aware of this? It was only a guy that DM'd me on Facebook. Girl, a guy DM'd me on Facebook and he told you that much? Wow. I would have blocked at the first hello. Jessica said, I don't even like them talking about their exes. I don't either. I'm not here for about your ex, but if you want to talk about that and expose yourself, great. You are just telling me that, you know what? I do not need to be wasting my time with you. There are sex clubs in Orlando. Okay. Yeah. So if he's telling you that, he's telling you all this, it's because he's trying to recruit you. He is trying to recruit you to get you into those sex clubs, because a lot of those sex clubs, you cannot be a single man. Yeah, they definitely get tested, but again, I don't think it's worth it, Constance, because people like this don't change. He clearly has a sex addiction, and I just feel like, even if he stop at some point, he may fall off the wagon and go back to his old ways. People don't change overnight. Apparently there is an outbreak of meningitis among gay men. Oh Lord. Child. Listen. That's what you get when you play around with doo-doo. I'm just saying. Because we all know doo-doo causes diseases, but they acting like it doesn't. I said what I said. There's a reason why they tell you to wash your hands when you leave the bathroom, when you're done using the bathroom. Because what comes out of your ass can make you sick. That's all I'm saying. This guy is sick. Lots of swingers. I was just talking to about a friend about this. What's your verdict? What do you mean, what's my verdict? Like, what were you talking about? About the sexual past. At the end of the day, what I said is that I am not interested in community penis. I am not interested in a guy that will fuck anything that breathes, anything that moves. Okay, you telling me, she's saying that he meets all the criteria for a great husband. How? How does he meet all the criteria for a great husband? And he has a sex addiction, and he's had sex with several transgenders. Like how? I'm trying to figure out why she thinks that this guy is husband material. Help me understand. I don't know, man. I don't know. Sometimes women need to read back what they wrote out loud. And it's a fake account. She's using a celebrity's name and a celebrity's photo. Because I know that ain't Haley Bailey. We're talking about a post that we saw in another group where this girl is worried about the guy she's dating, his sexual past, because he admitted to her that he's taking part in sex orgies, swinging, he has sex with transgender, he knows porn stars, etc. So clearly a guy with sex addiction, and then she's asking if that, I don't know I don't know why she made this post. Does she want us to give her permission to continue seeing him? Because I'm confused. She's like, oh, he's 43 years old, divorced, no kids. I mean, all that fucking and no kids, that's a huge red flag to me. Is all I'm saying. Because I'm thinking, most of the people that you're fucking are not really women. Because like, how the hell you have all that sex and ain't nobody showed up pregnant? Unless you're shooting blanks. I don't know. And he also paid escort. So he's having sex for free. He is having sex with transgenders, participating in orgies and swingers, and still paying. This is a sex addict. This is a sex addict. He was gay or still gay. I don't know. I do not know what he is. Sounds like a gay man to me. He's looking for a beard, or he's trying to groom her to get her to participate in those activities in the future. So, listen. Your sexual past is your business. But sometimes I wonder, how can you tell when a guy has been, been around the block? Unless he tells you. Because sometimes you don't know unless they tell you. So I'm thinking, Charles, that's a lot of noise. Yes, Alexandra, very dirty. He might have kids. Gil, I don't think so. She's super lucky to be in the group to find out the truth. That's the question. Like, the reason why I think he's telling her is because he's trying to get her to participate in that bullshit. Because why would you talk about that? Why? Unless you're trying to recruit someone into doing that shit. Number one. Or maybe you're a narcissist and you're using that as triangulation. Or number three, you're just a fucking dumbass and you think it's cute. I don't know. I really don't know what his motive is. Why would he tell her this? Because if the shoe was on the other foot, and let's say maybe you used to be a escort in the past or whatever, or a porn star or whatever, I don't know. Are you gonna tell people? Are you gonna tell the people that you're dating your business like that? Because if the shoe's on the other foot, he's not gonna be sitting up there thinking that, oh, she has all the criteria of being a wife. Like, come on. Why would you even consider someone like that as a husband? Like, you all be husbanding up hoes. You're trying to make hoes into husbands. Is that what you're trying to do? Is that what we're doing now? She doesn't want the responsibility of saying yes or no. Well, then she needs help. Certain conversations always come up when you interact with men. Yes, those conversations come up, but listen, that's your business and you do not need to tell anyone about your past. You always lie. Every woman should know this. Every woman. If you do not know this, I do not know who raised you. You can tell, men always telling themselves, yeah, I believe that, Lilani, because usually it always comes up in conversation. Some of them, the tongue slips. Like when they get talking, they be telling on themselves. Yeah, I don't know why he's telling out all that. Yeah, and that's a good point. You will never know their history. You will never know their history. And honestly, if you're dealing with, successful men or whatever, men that have money, I just feel like, what you can do is get them tested. If you watch The Wolf of Wall Street, oh my God, I watched that movie the other day, and the type of things I saw in that movie, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. The Wolf of Wall Street. They were participating in all sorts of orgies, even before the day before they get married or whatever, and they will go and get a penicillin shot so that when they go back to their wives, they don't transfer anything. That's what they were doing, taking penicillin shots back in the 80s. I do not know. I don't think these men are getting penicillin shots nowadays. Like, what are they doing? What are they doing? I'm concerned about that. Hey, Trixie. A man never respects a woman who has a past, so it's important to keep our vagina monologues to ourselves. Yeah, and you know why? Even though he's a good guy and he really loves you, whatever, at some point in the relationship, I guarantee you, he is going to throw it back in your face. I guarantee you this, because I've experienced this before. Because deep down, it bothers them. They can't really deal with it. They will accept it, but deep down, they have issues with it. They're gonna throw that back in your face. They will. I mean, poor Marilyn Monroe was called a whore by one of her husbands. Okay, if you are a known porn star or a known whore or something like that, any guy that marries you it will always come up at some point. I mean, what do you think Kanye West and what do you think Kim was dealing with when she married Kanye West or she dated those guys? Like, I don't know. But they will find a way at some point during the course of that relationship to throw it back in your face. So you don't ever, ever talk about your sexual past. Keep it to yourself. I had a man recently tell me I'm so pretty. If I had a dick, he'd suck it. I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, he's gay. Block him. I would that is grounds for blocking. I'm sorry. he left his eyes for an X key too. S key. Okay. Prep. I don't know. I'm allergic to penicillin, so I'll know if he tries it. Oh, wow. PrEP is drug for people at risk who engage in unprotected sex. It's used by gay men. Okay. This is true. Keep your past to yourself and do not discuss your previous sexual partners. Yeah, don't discuss it. Don't discuss it. Okay, when they ask, just say, yeah, I've been in a couple serious relationship in the past. If you were married, bring that up. But honestly, no one night stand, none of that shit should count. I would say don't talk about your past at all. Sexual, family, relationship, career, everything, yeah. Your past is your past. Don't talk about it. Don't, because they're going to find a way to throw that back in your face. And if you have to say anything about your past, about your family, your past relationship or your career, just make sure you say something positive about it. Okay, even though even though it was literally the most traumatic thing that ever happened to you, you have to put a positive spin on it. You don't want anyone judging you for your past. One of the things that a lot of women do when they go into another relationship, they talk about how the other person that they were in a relationship before them disrespected them, how they abused them, blah blah blah. When you're telling guys like that, they are processing that information and they're thinking, well, if she put up with all of this shit, then she could put up with my shit. You know, she's used to being treated like that. So, you know, I can get away with that. Stop doing that. Stop it. Men are not us. They are not women. Lie and deny. Absolutely. Yes, lie and deny. I never understood why men always ask about the past. Because they probably horse themselves or they're just insecure. I don't know why they ask it. I don't know. It's sad because even the young men are having sex addictions to porn that regular sex doesn't do anything for them. Yeah. So this guy has a porn addiction, and then he's divorced, doesn't have any kids, he's 43 years old, he grew up in poverty. So usually men that grow up in poverty and they become wealthy, they tend not to have a legacy mindset. And when I say a legacy mindset, we all know that, you know, high value men, wealthy people, the elites, they believe in building a legacy. So they will get married, they will have kids. Okay, they're not out here having kids out of wedlock willy-nilly. They're not doing that. I mean, if it happens, it happens. But they believe in building a legacy. This is why you have men like Cristiano Ronaldo, whatever his name is, with his baby mama for how many years and refuse to marry her. These men don't have legacy mindset. And when you look at men that are successful without the legacy mindset, you take a close look at them, it's because they grew up in poverty or there's something psychologically wrong with them. Savannah said to see how they will treat you based on what they believe you will allow. And that's a valid point. That's a valid point because that's why they do it. And I'm telling you, you think that men are not manipulating you consciously. They are. Some of them, they are doing it intentionally. They know exactly what they're doing. They're not innocent. They're absolutely not innocent. So, keep your business to yourself and keep your ears peeled. Okay? And before, honestly, at this point, I feel like, you know, before you even have sex with anyone, require that they get tested. Because if you're having sex with someone and you're not requiring them to be tested, it means that, you know, you have to deal with the consequences of performing that act with that person. If you're not gonna let this person wear condom, you should let them get tested. And listen, if he doesn't want to get tested, guess what? You dodge a bullet. You dodge a bullet. Okay? I mean, would you date Charlie Sheen? Charlie Sheen is wealthy. Would you date him? Who's another nasty one? Like, I wouldn't even date a guy with tattoos. That's how serious I am. It means that you are not respectful of your health. Absolutely. Absolutely. You are right. Alexandra is like, you know. You did Chris Brown, the crackhead. I wouldn't even date a guy that's on drugs, let alone a sex addict. I wouldn't even date a guy with earrings. I don't do earrings and I don't do piercings. If you have that shit, I am not interested. I don't care how much money you have. The backlash I received because I required a live test is in person. They will live it. Good. Good. Let them be livid, because if he really cared and he was serious about you, he wouldn't be that pissed off. And the reason why they're livid is because they haven't been to the fucking doctor in years. They do not know what the fuck they have, because men walk around with diseases with no symptoms. They don't even know they have diseases. So let them get livid. I don't give a shit. It's a serious thing. 6 months we using condom. Yeah. Don't take that shit off. You're not married. He's not your fucking husband. And he needs to get tested. Yeah, that's a bare minimum. Yeah. Like, what is... It's just a test. It's just a simple little test. What are you afraid of? What are you hiding? Oh, yeah. Would you date Nick Cannon or Future? Would you date them niggas? Hell no. So... I recently dated a wealthy man who divorced a gorgeous woman. I managed to see his YouTube history, and it showed videos about how to meet women in countries known for sex tourism. It also showed red pill content. Wait, what? He has a YouTube... Oh, his YouTube history. Girl. Ooh, child. That's fucking messed up. That's so messed up. Yeah, we gotta understand that just because a guy is wealthy, that doesn't mean he's high value. It doesn't absolve him of anything. Do you all know that Steve Jobs, or Jobs, what's his last name? I don't know. Steve Jobs. Did you all know that he was HIV positive? They said he died of pancreatic cancer. Yes. I saw the document. Someone shared it from WikiLeaks. And you all know that's the site that leaks out a lot of documents and whatever. So, Steve Jobs, a multi-millionaire, very successful, with an STD. I do not know why women think because a man have money that he's not human, or he's not irresponsible with his dick. Come on. She didn't find out she had HIV until her man died. Wow, that's crazy. That happened to someone I know. Her fiance had herpes and didn't know and gave it to her child. To me, mostly Caribbean men or black men don't like taking STD tests. I don't care. Let them do it. That's why they're mad. Because they haven't been to the doctor. They do not want to know. They do not want to have to deal with the consequences of their irresponsible actions. Yeah, if they decline a test, that peen is rotten. Right? Nope, I had a YouTuber in my DMs. He kept saying how women had to respect themselves only for him to ask for private sexy news. Child. You saw what last week? Oh, Jobs, not job. Okay. You saw the document too, yeah? You knew that since he went to Dr. Sebi? Yeah, he looks sick. He looks sick. A lot of guys with that look, with the beard and the bald head and the glasses, A lot of guys that have that type of look, most of them are gay. He had little spice in those turtlenecks and jeans. Not surprising. Even Paris Hilton. Yeah, a lot of them. I know. It is what it is, you know. It is what it is. Shit happens. But if he's refusing to take a simple test or disclosing that he has, I don't know, herpes or something like that, you don't want someone like that. It's like, it's funny that he would be that transparent about his sexual past. But I bet if she asks him to see some papers of his STD test or whatever, I want to know how he's going to react to that. All of a sudden, it's all about privacy. But yeah, you just told me that you slept with a transgender. Oh God. Lord. Yeah, this video might get flagged because I said that word. Crystal, I can't believe he had like red pill content. Like, this guy had money and that's the type of content, the low value content he was consuming on YouTube. Oh my God. Any of those women who had sex with Derek Jeter caught herpes from him. Oh girl. And he, I don't know how he's still getting women. It's so funny. Do you ladies agree that it might be a sign of porn addiction if a man has trouble orgasming, even though he has no trouble getting an erection? I think so, because I remember I had that issue with a guy and I asked him if he had a porn addiction and he said no. But they're not going to tell you what the problem is. Yeah, it's either that or diabetes. But this guy was on also a lot of medication too, so it could be that as well. But yeah, it could be a porn addiction because these men have a lot of issues, y'all. And, you know, sex is not what it used to be. Oh, you like my hair? Yes. You know, I'm just rocking the natural hair today. You know, it's like, it's pretty. I got it all curled. It's getting long. Yeah, he either has porn addiction, a sex addiction, or like what Savannah said, into really weird kinky sex on the DL. Depressed. It could be a lot of reasons, but they have issues. That is not a healthy guy. Okay? It's the opposite of erectile dysfunction, but it's just as fucking frustrating and annoying. No, no, no. Come here. Come on. Come here. Shh. This is Toby. Stop protesting. You're not supposed to be there. Okay, fine. Yeah, I believe that too, Kristen. If he can't come with just vanilla sex, then something is wrong. Something is wrong. He's probably on drugs. You never know. Medication. It could be all sorts of reasons. And you know what? Do you even care to find out? Let him figure that shit out on his own. I'm not trying to be nobody's fucking healer or, you know, I'm not here trying to heal nobody or help nobody. I'm not your fucking therapist. I'm not a sex therapist. I'm not your fucking doctor. Figure that shit out. And you know what? Don't even stick around, because guess what? He's going to find a way to blame you. He's going to make you believe that it's your fault. So don't even. Like, just block. Yeah, they're not going to help you fix your sexual problem. Your sexual problem is your problem. And his sexual problem is your problem too. Don't entertain that shit. These men cannot accept accountability for nothing, not even their dicks. Every bread have its cheese. Yeah, there are a lot of women that are going to be into stuff like that, but I am not. And if you know you're not, don't entertain it. Okay? And if he's into that type of stuff, he shouldn't be coming around you with that bullshit either. Because if he comes coming around you and he knows that you like vanilla sex, then that's not your problem. It's his problem. They're not gonna fix your sexual problem. Where's the female Viagra? Where is it? I'll wait. Where is it? They found a fix for that dead peen, didn't they? Where's our pill? You know, like where's the pill that can make us have orgasm through penetrative sex? Where is it? It doesn't fucking exist. So I don't give a fuck. Like his dick could be full enough. I don't give a fuck. That's his problem, not mine. He is not healthy if he can't do both. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, there's something wrong, Kristen. Don't worry about it. It's not your problem. It's not your problem. If I were you, I would just stop having sex with him. I'm telling you, like, listen, nothing good is going to come out of that. If you keep seeing him, it will always be a problem. And I know exactly how that feels because I've been there. And I thought it was my fault. I thought that I was doing something wrong. Okay, maintaining the erection and everything, but couldn't orgasm. And it was hard getting him there. It was a lot of fucking work because we had to do this one position, and that was the only position he can. It's too fucking much. It's too much. It's not your guy. It was years ago. Yeah, this was in the past too. But I mean, I don't know. This was a long time ago, but I'm guessing that nowadays it's even worse because with all that stimulation that men have nowadays, But again, ladies, what I'm gonna leave you ladies with because I'm gonna end the live. If you are entertaining a guy that has some kind of problem, it can be an issue for you. And if you're entertaining him just because he's rich, I'm sorry, but you are still putting rich men on a pedestal and you are dating with scarcity mindset. You gotta understand that the man that you want or the type of men that you like, they are out there. There are an abundance of those type of men. And when you are entertaining men that lacks the quality that you want, then you are basically telling the universe that you are okay with just settling for any old thing that the universe throws at you. You gotta learn how to put your foot down and accept, because remember that video that I did last week where I talk about lowering your standards just because you're lonely? A lot of women are lowering their standards and settling just because they're desperate. If you are still desperate and you're still putting men on pedestal, maybe it's time for you to take a break from dating and go within and do the inner work, fix yourself, and then put yourself back out there. Because if you're dating with desperation, you will be more inclined to be coerced into sexual activities that you don't want to do. You're going to end up, putting up with bullshit that you didn't want. And you're going to think, well, it's just this one thing, eventually it's going to go away. Like, no. When people show you who they are from the beginning, believe them. All right? And then another thing that a lot of women have is an entitlement that, they think, well, I'm educated, I'm sexy, I got all this work done, I'm level up, blah, blah, blah. Where is my high value man? Just because you look like a high value woman on paper, that doesn't mean you're high value. Because if you looking at your accomplishments, like your degrees or whatever, your career, and you're saying, where is my high value man? That's that is masculine energy, and masculine energy is very entitled. A lot of men think that, oh, I got this, I got that, I got a house, I got a job, why can't I get a good woman? That's entitlement. Because and probably the reason why you haven't gotten that high value man yet is because you yourself is not a high value woman. So you need to keep working on yourself. They want to be the exception. Every woman thinks she's special. Let me put this cat out. Give me a second. Come on, where are you? Sorry about that. I don't hold no man captive until he proves himself to me. And that's the best attitude to have. Too busy beating the meat that they can't come from regular sex. Yeah. If you ladies should go on YouTube and search NoFap. There's a whole movement called NoFap where men have decided to stop watching porn and stop jerking off, and the quality of their life has improved dramatically. They say they are reporting that women are finding them more attractive all of a sudden. Like, something about men doing that, with porn addiction and sex addiction is not healthy. They're not healthy up here mentally. So that's the type of person you want. Like, why would you entertain someone like that? And I'm grateful that I don't have to deal with that problem. Thank God, knock on wood. But ladies, if he is exhibiting those type of qualities, I don't think you should be with him. Especially after you put in all that work. A lot of women, they feel entitled to this high value man, but yet they're still entertaining dusties or entertaining men with drug addictions and all this bullshit. Like, I am very, very strict when it comes to the type of men that I entertain. You can't have tattoos, you cannot have piercings, you can't be fucking broke, you can't come from a broken home. I have all these criteria. You cannot be raised by a single mother. No offense to single mothers, but I don't want no man that's been raised by a single mother. Because a man that is raised by a single mother is usually in his feminine. He saw his mother working really hard, providing for him, and he expects you to provide for him and help him and put him on. Like his mama. Don't do it. If this man didn't grow up in a home where he saw his mother being taken care of and provided for, then I don't want him. Does it mean, having those standards will mean that you may have to be single for a while, but you need to be willing to accept that reality and live with it and be okay with that. Because what are the alternatives when you really think about it? A lot of that stuff is dark. Yeah, a lot of that stuff, like I'm telling you, I believe that there's a reason why porn is free and so easily accessible. That is not by accident. That is not by accident. I'm telling you, the whole porn industry is an energy extraction machine. It drains their energy, it drains their vitality, their creativity, which is why they can't become successful. They cannot get a fucking promotion at their job. They can't do anything because they are allowing this thing to drain their energy. They're giving their energy to this thing. So when they give their energy to this thing, this entity, this machine or beast or whatever you want to call it, what energy do they have left to not only please a woman, but to focus on themselves and focus on becoming a better human being? There's none. There's no energy left. They fucking drain. And it's a vicious cycle. They stay up in their mama's basement. They are unsuccessful because if you go and you follow the NoFap movement, a lot of the men reported being more having better ideas, more clarity, doing better at their jobs, etc. So If he's not successful right now, he will never become successful. They keep putting porn in kids' shows, and listen, I do not know what to say to that. All I can say is I'm glad I don't have kids. Like, I can't imagine what it would be like being a mother in these times. Like, I feel bad for you all. So they're giving all their energy to the porn industry. Then they're giving their energy to these podcasters, the alpha male podcast and the red pill, and like, this is why these men are unsuccessful. This is why they're angry and bitter, because they ain't got nothing going on. They are not putting their energy towards themselves. These men are not investing in themselves. And if a man is not investing in himself, do you think he's going to invest in you? No. All his energy and creative juices and everything like that, he's giving it to the porn industry. That's why the porn industry is thriving and growing bigger and bigger. That's why I've been single for a while now, but I don't regret it. Good for you, Constance. And that's another thing. That's why they're jealous that they're not women too. Because they are so focused on that they can't, they lack the clarity, and they don't even have the self-awareness. So most men are low value, and a lot of men are low value because of that. They are participating in low value activities. If you want to know if a man is high value, look at his activities, look at what he's doing. What is he doing with his life right now? Yeah, he has a job, okay. Oh, he's a doctor, he's a lawyer, and most of them can't even create a second stream of income out of their job. Having a job is the bare minimum. And some of them can't even do that. And then some of them, they have the job and they think that, they are entitled to high value women. Most successful men have at least 7 streams of income. I wouldn't say a man with just a job, that one stream of income is successful. If he gets laid off, if he loses his job for whatever reason, if something happens to him and he can't work, like, what's going to happen to him and to you if you're in a relationship with him? He hasn't provided any kind of financial safety net. And a lot of these men are, especially these men online arguing with women, these men are not successful, and they will never be successful as long as they continue to participate in those low value activities. You know them by their fruits. Avoid men who do nothing but watch TV, play video games, etc. Or men that just go out to party and drink. Like, what else do you do with your life? Does this man have hobbies? Does he have hobbies? Does he belong to a social club? Does he have a network? Like, these are the type of questions you gotta ask. And if you don't see none of those things, do not take this guy seriously. He can say what, because they can talk a good game. But anyways, I may post this live on my YouTube. Smoke weed all day. Yeah, I know the type. They get up and all they think about is getting weed, and that's it. That's all they're living for. Yeah, like paying OnlyFans girls, but saying they want a high value woman. They are paying OnlyFans girls, and they don't even want to take their girlfriend out on a date. They don't want to do something nice for their girlfriends. So again, these men are low value. Leave them the fuck alone, and continue working on yourself, and you become the high value woman that you want to be, that you know you can be, because you know every one of us, there's a high value woman in all of us. Become her. Show up as her every single day. Okay? Do the things that she would do. Be in the circles that where she would be. You become that woman, and that man will come. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say for tonight, ladies. I'm going to go to bed because, I just came out from my Rotary meeting. It was actually short today though. It wasn't as long as it usually goes on for, like about an hour. It was only 35 minutes long, which is, pretty good. Anyways, I have some editing to do, and if you join, you can catch the replay, the beginning of this video, on my YouTube channel. So anyway, ladies, I'm gonna go with that, and I'll talk to you all soon, okay? And always complaining that they don't have enough money, child. Okay, I'm gonna go.